Here are 8 interesting facts about the house sparrow.
A study was carried out that compared the calls of house sparrows in Europe to those in North America, and it found that although the structure of their calls is the same, European birds sometimes produce a lower pitched sound. Birds in Europe have larger and wider bills than their North American counterparts, and the researchers think that this may be what causes the lower pitched sounds that they produce. In the UK, house sparrows usually stay within a few hundred metres from where they hatched for their whole lives, so it's amazing that they are the most widespread wild birds on the planet. They are originally native to Asia, but spread naturally throughout Europe, and over the last 200 years they've also been introduced to America, Australia and Africa. They are now found on every continent except for Antarctica. Alongside people physically moving house sparrows around the world, they have been helped by something else. They have a special gene that makes them really good at digesting starch, which is found in a lot of the crops that we grow. This might not have been a coincidence either. Research has shown that this gene evolved around 11,000 years ago, which happens to be about the same time as humans developed agriculture. Another factor that has definitely helped house sparrows with their global colonisation is their ability to breed really fast. After their eggs are laid, they take just 11 to 14 days to hatch, and then it's just another 14 days until the chicks can leave the nest. With such a quick turnaround, each pair can nest up to 4 times per year, and they can produce 7 chicks per clutch. House sparrows do form pairs for nesting and for raising their chicks, but all is not as it seems. Lots of studies have shown that female sparrows will often produce chicks that are not fathered by the male with which she is paired. One example found that more than a quarter of females had been cheating on their mates, and more than 10% of the chicks were not related to their apparent fathers. There are 12 recognised subspecies of house sparrow around the world, but they've also produced one hybrid species, the Italian sparrow. This is the result of house sparrows breeding with the similar Spanish sparrow. Although hybrids are quite common in the bird world, they are often infertile. With the Italian sparrow, that is not the case, and they have now formed self-sustaining hybrid populations in Italy and on some Mediterranean islands. Back here in the UK, house sparrows have had a mixed fortune over the past 50 years. Their numbers have declined drastically in London and in the southeast of England, but their populations are stable in Wales and potentially even increasing in some parts of Scotland. There are probably several reasons for this, but one leading theory is that as houses and other buildings are modernised, they no longer provide suitable nesting sites for the birds, and therefore cause their numbers to drop. As their name suggests, a lot of the time house sparrows nest in and around our houses, but that isn't always the case. There have been several reports of them nesting in weird places, including at the bottom of mine shafts. One pair successfully hatched 3 chicks at the bottom of a Yorkshire mine pit in 1978, after apparently travelling down the mine on an empty coal bucket. Details of this are vague, but it does go to show just how adaptable and tenacious these small birds really are.
And that was a shot of wildlife. Check out this video on screen for more.